In today's equity index futures markets, let's take a look at the Russell futures as they're realizing some higher price action today. Russell futures higher for a second session, pushing back up towards the closing high from last week, which is the near-term high. We're off the highs that we did see a couple weeks ago, but still just off those highs. And today's second move higher for the Russell futures has pushed us back towards that 2100 level, currently at 2093, which is up about 0.5% on the day. Now, early in the session, intraday high of 2101. So we did see the Russell futures up almost 1% early in the session, but in the afternoon, a little bit of selling pressure late, moving the futures markets to unchanged for when you look at the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ. But the Russell futures showing relative strength today. And when you look at the driving factors, I think a couple things here influencing the markets as we start the week. Digestion of the U.S. data points last week, continuing to show the U.S. economy maintaining a stronger position than what many market observers felt that was going to be the case even a few months ago, maybe even a month ago, as we're continuing to see now manufacturing shifting towards expanding, and we're also experiencing other parts of the economy maintaining some upward trajectory, even in the face of high interest rates, relatively high interest rates when you look back over the last 20 years. And that's one of the factors, I think, is the strong U.S. economy, the data points here as the market digests that. Couple that with Fed speak today, where a couple of Fed officials indicating that the U.S. economy is continuing to show significant strength and, moderation in inflation. But at the same time, the strength of the U.S. economy is something that the Fed officials pointed out. And I think that that's a factor contributing to the prior section in the Russell, even though when you look at interest rates today, we are seeing the 10-year moving up to the highest level in about 6 months over that 440 level, typically a headwind for the Russell futures due to the impact that higher rates typically have on those small caps. But in this case, not so much, as the market may be focusing on some of the other narratives. And looking at the price action today, we did see some higher price action pretty much across the board throughout the day now. As we got towards the close, the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the S&P is basically unchanged, just slightly higher in the day. But the Russell futures held on to those gains for the better part of today and currently holding on to a 0.5% gain and higher for a second session.